recording and streaming? All right, good deal. That's what we're looking at. All right. Taking field. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for game number 2 of this doubleheader between the Florence-Darlington Technical College Lady Stingers and your host, the Lady Rams of Southeastern Community College. I'm your host, Tanner Bullard.
I am your other host, Cameron Green.
And I am your other host, Quentin McCrae from Southeastern Community College Broadcasting Program.
And we are bringing you live action of today's softball game. As we see, our starting players for today's game is number 3, Asia Abdul, who is catching, number 7, Lauren Smith, the pitcher, number 6, Kaylee Patrick at third base, number 22, Cam Sharp at first base, Mackenzie Benton, number 18, at shortstop, Dakota Bullard at second base, number 15, number 2, Bree Tiley's in left field, number 4, center fielder Haley Sarvis, and number 11, Rochelle Vise, our right fielder for today's game. And it looks like number 11 for Florence-Darlington, Shelby Cox, will be leading us off to start off this inning.
Here's the pitch. As that ball is in the dirt for ball 1. She sets up. Here's the pitch. As that pitch is way high for ball 2. The count stands at 2 balls and no strikes. As already the catcher runs out to talk to her pitcher, trying to straighten out things. Here's the pitch. That ball is hit deep in the center field. Oh, had it and dropped it. As that'll go down in the books as an error. And that, the Lady Stingers have their first run. Run on second.
Center fielder Haley Sarvis trying to find the fence, just wasn't able to with the strong wind. As we see for Florence-Darlington, number 7, Brittany Wenzel back up to bat, which gives the Lady Stingers, just like the first game, starting off with a runner on second.
And she's ground ball, and that would be an out, which the runner got the third base, so runner on third with 1 out.
Good job by Dakota Bullard to come up with the fast play right there to get the out. As we see number 15, Christina Lee, back up to bat for the Lady Stingers.
Here's the pitch. As that will be outside for ball number 1. Sets up. Bunt, but it will be a pop up, and it will be a foul ball. As that'll make strike 1. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That pitch will also be in there for a ball, so that will make the count 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That ball will be hit to the third baseman. Should go home. Oh, as the catcher lost the ball. And the runner will advance to second as the Lady Stingers tack on the first run. They gain. Not looking good for Lady Rams right now. Already seem to have a little bit of issues starting out.
Kaylee Patrick did a good job of looking at the first baseman, but also looking at the runner to try to get it at home. Just a low throw, and Asia Abdul, catcher, was not able to come up with the play, as we have 1 run on the board for the Lady Stingers with a runner at second. It's hit
Swing shortstop, right to first base, and she dropped the ball. And the runners on first and third with 1 out. Wow. That is a critical play by the Lady Rams on that one.
The Lady Rams seem to be having some issues here in the first inning.
Bailey Eames, number 9, up to bat for the Lady Stingers.
Here's the pitch. And there's a swing. Shortstop, second. And she missed the ball, and it is now a 2-0 lead, and the runner got the second base, and another error by the Lady Rams.
The Lady Rams not looking good here, as already in the first inning, looks like they're already having a meeting to try to get things straightened out, because first inning they've hit a bad rough patch. As they've already made a couple of errors, and now they're down 0-2.
The biggest thing is they just got to catch the ball. It's just minor mistakes. It's not like they're making big mistakes, but minor mistakes can set the game to a whole different level.
Too many minor mistakes, though, and that can change the face of the game.
You're right.
I think that the Lady Rams, they need to just tone things down a little bit. They need to calm down, relax. Once again, back to patience.
Number 14, Hannah Gainey, up to bat.
Here's the pitch, as that will be fouled off for strike 1. As you look at the Lady Stingers, they've already tacked on 2 runs in the first inning. As she shows bunt, here's the pitch. As the catcher lost the ball, and that allowed the runner to advance to third. So now it's 2 outs with a runner on third, and the Lady Stingers lead 2-0. Once again, the batter shows bunt. Here's the pitch. She hits it. That'll get past the second baseman. That'll tack on another run for the Lady Stingers. It is 3-0. As it looks like the Lady Rams here, they just look out of it now. They look exhausted.
They got to get back focused in this game. I mean, they just need to get out of this inning. They can get out of this inning.
Akira Smiling, up to bat for the Lady Stingers.
And here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball right to the pitcher. And she made it to first base. So now it is first and second with 2 outs. Man, what is going on with the Lady Rams today?
The Lady Stingers have just come out firing on all cylinders right now. And the Lady Rams just look like they're exhausted. As number 2 is up to bat for the Lady Stingers.
Number 2, Caitlin Brown.
Here's the pitch. That will be ball 1 as the runner will try to go, but as the runner will advance to third because the throw was kind of low. The count stands at 1 ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. That ball was hit. Second baseman makes the play as the Lady Rams finally get out of the first inning, but not before the Lady Stingers tack on 3 runs.
Good job by Dakota Bullard to come up with the scoop right there to get the 3rd out of the inning for the Lady Rams. It's already 3-0 for the Florence-Darlington technical players. What have we got to do? What the Rams got to do?
They just got to get off these mistakes. The mistakes are going on during this game. You got to get it out of there, because so many mistakes can just make the game extend for the Lady Stingers. But with the Lady Rams, they just got to continue. They just got to find a way. They got to find a way. I know the first game, exhausting, but you got to get out there and play.
And it looks like number 1 will be out the pitch for the Lady Stingers. Victoria Alexander, she come in the last game to help the Lady Stingers capture the 4-3 win in game number 1. Looks like number 10 will be behind the plate. Erin Bailey, the catcher. Number 11, Shelby Cox, looks like she'll be playing second. Number 23, Akira Smiling, will be in right field. Number 9, Bailey Ems at first. Number 15, Christina Lee, is in left field. Center field is number 6, Milana Wilson. 14, Hannah Gainey at shortstop. And as we see, number 4, Haley Sarvis, leadoff, coming up back to back.
And it will be ball 1, so it will be 1-0. And here's the pitch. As it was inside for ball 1 and for strike 1, so it'll be even count 1-1. Here comes the pitch. And as it will be a foul ball, so it will be 1-2. Comes the pitch, as it'll be right down the third baseman, and it will be a single. So it was runner on first base with no outs in the bottom of the first inning. What a hit right there down the middle.
Number 15, Dakota Bullard, up to bat. She was a slapper. She hits both left and right.
Here's the pitch. As that will be a pass ball. As the runner will advance to second. She made a big turn. Looked like she was going to try to go for third, but then stopped and went back to second.
What a smart play of going to second instead of just trying to go for third base and getting risk of getting it out. What a play.
Here's the pitch. As that will be inside. So that'll be ball number 2. As the count stands at 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch will be fouled off for strike 1. Miss the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. As that pitch will be inside for ball 3.
As she advances to third base.
Off the pass ball.
So now it's 3-1.
3 balls and 1 strike. She sets up. Here's the pitch. As that will be ball 4. As now the Lady Rams have runners on first and third with no outs, with number 22 coming to bat.
And there's a big opportunity for the Lady Rams to get something on the scoreboard in the bottom of the first inning.
Cam Sharp from Scotland High School in Laurinburg, North Carolina, up to bat for Lady Rams. She pitched the first game, is now our first baseman. as we see a strike one on the inside pitch for number 1, Victoria Alexander.
And that would be 0-1. And here's the pitch. As it'll be a ball as she advances to second base. So it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at third and second. With no outs. Here's the pitch. As it'll be a ball right on the outside. So it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. As it hit the ground, so it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 more ball, and the bases will be loaded for the Lady Rams. It'll be a big opportunity for the Lady Rams.
And it looks like the Lady Stingers are going to have a little conversation here with their pitcher, trying to calm her pitcher down as she is throwing 2 straight balls.
Number 1, Victoria Alexander struggling a little bit. Teammate Brittany Miller on third base calls timeout as we see Cam Sharp at the bat. And that is another ball which gives the walk for the Lady Rams. Bases loaded as number 18, Mackenzie Benton, comes up to bat for Lady Rams.
This is a big opportunity for the Lady Rams to get a run in. A very big opportunity.
As you see, the bases are loaded with no outs. So let's see what the Lady Rams can do. Here's the pitch. As that finds the strike zone for strike 1, makes the count no balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss as she quickly finds herself down in the count with no balls but 2 strikes. As she made contact with that ball, but it hit her, which goes as a dead ball, so the count still stands. No balls and 2 strikes.
The bases are loaded.
With no outs.
I don't need to talk anymore.
As that right there was getting there for ball 1, the count stands at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. As she barely made contact with the ball, fouled it off, which the count stays the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow, this is an amazing battle right here between number 1 and number
18. This is a big RBI opportunity. That ball is inside to even out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And there's a swing. And it's a foul ball.
As all the runners will have to go back.
What a battle between Mackenzie Benton and number 1, Victoria Alexander. That is a great battle between these two right now.
Here's the pitch.
As it's a strikeout.
As Mackenzie Benton strikes out looking.
Oh, yeah. What a pitch by Victoria Alexander.
As now batting, number 6, Kaylee Patrick.
As it is a pop-up. And she caught it, and she is advancing the home, and they made it as the score is Lady Rams 1.
As Haley Sarvis will tack on the first run for the Lady Rams.
What a play by the Lady Rams to get something on the scoreboard with 2 outs.
And
Runners on.
And now batting, number 2, Brianna Tully. That'll be in there for ball 1.
Here's the pitch. As is a ball by Victoria Alexander. And here comes the pitch. As it is another ball by Victoria Alexander. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. And here comes the pitch. And it's another ball as the bases are loaded again.
The bases are loaded with number 19, Ashley Daniel, coming up to bat.
And she is from Trenton High. She came from Trenton High School, Triton High School in Dunn, North Carolina. Here comes the pitch. As it is a ball from Victoria Alexander. Makes it 1 ball, no strikes.
The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
So it is a fly ball to foul territory.
Daniel pops that up.
As it will be a foul ball.
It's a foul ball, as that will make the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
And here comes the pitch. As it is in the strike zone. What a great pitch by Victoria Alexander, making it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes this pitch. As it is a strikeout. What a way Victoria Alexander.
Ashley Daniel strikes out swinging to end the inning, but not before the Lady Rams tack on 1 run.
I mean, what a great job by the Lady Stingers getting out the inning, but a great job by the Lady Rams just trying to get out of this, trying to get something on the scoreboard. That's a great job. Now their defense is going to have to come and step it up a notch and try not to let them score no more to stretch the lead.
Very well said. They need to just keep their defense tight and try not to make as many errors as it, and hope they don't have a rough first inning.
Yeah, they don't need to do minor mistakes. They need to sharpen it up. They need to get it right then and there and get it done.
Number 7. As we see the Lady Rams out there getting their defense set up, as it looks like Lauren Smith is still out there on the mound.
As the batter coming up, number 6,
the pitch from Smith.
Maylin Wilson, as she hits a foul ball.
That was a bunt attempt, and it went foul for strike 1. Here's the pitch.
It is a bunt attempt, and it is a foul ball. Make it 0-2.
No balls and 2 strikes. We see here, she's trying a lot of bunt attempts here.
Yes,
Here's the pitch. Try for a bunt attempt, gets that one.
And Maylin Smith got the first base safely as runners on first base for the Lady Stingers.
That was a good attempt.
As coming up the bat, number 11, Shelby Cox. She is a second baseman and a sophomore.
That last play, though, that was a good attempt by Kelly Patrick.
Right. It is an outside ball for ball 1. So 1-0. And here's the pitch. As it is a strike, and she is going for second, and she made it. What a play by Malin Wilson getting to second base.
She got to second base, but what a throw by Asia Abdul, the catcher.
What a great attempt. But now runner is on second with 0 outs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. As it is a foul ball by Shelby Cox. As it will be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on second base at the top of the second inning. And here comes the pitch. As it is right. Oh, she missed the catch. As runners are advancing to home plate. And she is safe. She is safe. And she is down. Malin Wilson is down.
That was a line drive that just got over the glove of Nakota Bullard.
As we got an injury on the play.
As that was a good attempt by Asia Abdul to try to go for the tag, but she just wasn't quick enough on her turn. But now it looks like we have an injury on the field.
And as it made the deficit right now for the later rounds, 4-1, they are down right now. But as she is getting back up,
as the Lady Stingers have pushed this lead 4-1.
but now coming up is number 7, Brittany Wenzel, third baseman. She is a freshman.
Here's the pitch.
It is a strike.
She looked like she was going for like a bunt attempt, and then she swung, but either way, it's strike 1.
So it's 0-1, runner at second base with no outs. Here's the pitch. As it is a bunt attempt right there, and she got the out for their first out.
As that was a nice play as Cam Sharp ran up and caught the ball and flipped it over to Nicola Bullard to get the first out.
And as Shelby Cox advances to third base for 1 out. So runners on third for 1 out. And next is coming up is number 15, Christina Lee. She is a left fielder, and she is a freshman also.
Here's the pitch from Smith.
As it is a fly ball to foul territory, and it will stay foul. So it will make the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. As it is a bunt. So the runner made it home, but and she is safe. So it is now a 5-1 ball game.
As that ball was bunted back up to the pitcher, Lauren Smith, who made a good throw, but just could not get the out. As the runner made it to first, and that'll push the Lady Stingers lead 5-1.
And what a way to come home by Shelby Cox. She made it home to home plate. So next is coming up number 10, Erin Bailey, a catcher. And she is a sophomore this year.
The Lady Rams seem to be struggling here. As Lauren Smith, here's the pitch.
As it is a fly ball. And that will be
as the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton, makes the catch for out number 2.
For the second out. So next up that is coming up, number 9, Bailey Elms, the first baseman, and she is a freshman. And she is attempting for a bunt attempt.
Here's the pitch from Smith.
As she is advancing to second, and she will be safe. What a play by Christina Lee to advance to second base. So runners on second with 2 outs, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes.
That was great attempt though by the catcher, Asian Abdul.
Here's the pitch, as it is going to be a foul ball. So that will be 1 ball, 1 strike.
As we see the Lady Rams struggling here. They need to get an out here. And when they come back up the bat, they need to come back up the bats line.
As
That
the ball
pitch
is
from
on the
Smith
ground,
went
and
past
she
Gert.
is advancing to third. As
that-
Christina Lee advanced to third base, so now it is a runner on third with 2 balls and 1 strikes and 2 outs. The Lady Rams need to get out of this inning right here.
as she shows bunt attempt. She sets up the pitch from Smith.
As it is a strike. So it is 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on third and 2 outs. As Ems is attempting to bunt again. So here's the pitch. As it is a foul ball.
She got a piece of that to foul it off, which keeps the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
The Lady Rams got to get out of this inning. They need a big play from their defense right here.
She shows bunt again. Smith sets up. Here's the pitch.
As it is a pop-up. And it is in foul territory.
As
they got out.
Cam Sharp makes the play for the 3rd out, but not before the Lady Stingers do some damage. Makes it 5-1.
They got out of this inning, but they got to do something around. They got to do a little something. It's their defense haven't been showing up the first 2 innings. They got to show up.
So the Lady Rams are coming up to bat. What do you think they need to do, Quentin?
They gotta be aggressive. They can't be too aggressive because if they gotta be aggressive. They can't be too aggressive because if they do be too aggressive, then they can swing at anything. So they gotta play this game. They're not playing like they played the first game with enthusiasm. That's how I feel. Enthusiasm.
Very well said. They're playing like they're exhausted. They look exhausted, but that happens. I mean, it's in the sport.
It happens. It happens. Baseball is a long strategy game. As number 1 for the Lady Stingers, Victoria Alexander is back out there. And she has she done a pretty good job. I mean, she only gave up 1 run in the first inning. But I mean, the Lady Rams, they got to come out and play.
Very well said. They need to come out and they need to come out and put some balls into play. They need some offense because they are down 5-1.
Yes, they do need some offense, but like I said, it's still a long game, so they got plenty of time to come back.
As they do have plenty of time to come back. So they need to take every opportunity they have.
Yes, they do.
And do some damage. As it looks like number 7, the pitcher, Lauren Smith, will be coming up to bat.
So it's a pitcher versus pitcher battle.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
From Victoria Alexander.
She sets up. Here's the pitch. As that is in there for strike 2, as quickly Smith finds herself down in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes.
It looked like it went a little bit to the outside, but hey, the umpire sees it differently. As that is way high for ball 1 by Victoria Alexander. So the count is 1-2 in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
She sets up. Here's the pitch. As Smith fouls that one off, to keep the count at 1-2, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And what an effort by the catcher, Aaron Bailey, try to get the ball into the hands after number 7 swung at it. But it's once again, it's a battle between Alexander.
Battle between Alexander and Lauren Smith.
Here's the pitch.
As
she
Smith
struck
strikes out swinging.
Alexander pitches her for another strikeout.
As it looks like coming up to bat next will be the catcher, number 3, Asia Abdul.
And here comes the pitch. As it is a ball, so it will be 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out.
Here's the pitch. As Asia
It
Abdul.
is line drive, so it's a fair. Oh, it's a foul ball.
Just foul. Asia Abdul made some good contact, but it just went foul. For strike 1, as the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out.
And here comes the pitch from Alexander. As it is 2 balls and 1 strike.
She sets up. Here's the pitch.
Whoa, it almost hit her on that
almost
play.
tagged her.
So it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's the pitch from Alexander. As it is ball 4, so the runner advanced to first base.
Good job by Asia Abdul drawing a walk. As it looks like it'll be number 4, Haley Sarvis, coming up to bat next.
And here comes the pitch from Alexander. As it is a ball, so it will be 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, and runner on first base.
Here's the pitch. That ball is high. As the count extends to 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out with a runner on first.
And here's Alexander for the pitch.
Finds the strike zone. Make the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Ooh, that was a tough call for the umpire to call that, but that was, hey, he sees it. And here comes the pitch from Alexander. As it is a pop-up
pops it up
infield,
back
and
to the catcher. To the pitcher. As that'll be out number 2. As it looks like batting next will be the second baseman, number 15, Dakota Bullard.
And what a catch by number 1 Alexander, the pitcher. Here's the pitch. As it is a foul ball, so it'll be 0-1 with 2 outs, runners at first base.
Here's the pitch.
As they lost the ball and the runner advances to second base.
Good job by Asia Abdul advancing to second on that pass ball.
And what an attempt by Aaron Bailey as she loses the ball and it made it runner advance to second base. So it's 1-1, 2 outs, runners at second base. Here's the pitch from Alexander.
As that will be fouled off again by Bullard. As the count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it's a great battle between Alexander and number 15.
Dakota Bullard.
One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. As it is a ball, so it is 2 balls and 2 strikes, an even count. Runners on second base.
Good eye by Bullard not to chase that pitch.
And here's the pitch from Alexander. And it is in foul territory, so it'll be a foul ball, still to count 2-2.
What a battle we're seeing right here between Nicola Bullard and
Victoria Alexander. And here's the pitch from Alexander.
as Bullard once again fouls it off to stay alive as the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is an incredible battle here between these two players here. And here comes the pitch.
As that pitch will make the count even at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And it is a full count. Here's the pitch from Alexander.
Bullard fouls that one off to keep the count at 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This is a battle here. This is a real good battle. Here's the pitch from Alexander. It's another foul ball.
As Nicola Bullard, she refuses to go down easy as she keeps fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. What a battle here.
And Alexander, she's pitching the ball where she wanted, and it's continuing going foul balls. But here's the pitch from Alexander.
As that will be yet another foul ball by Bullard.
It seems like 10 pitches already between these two, between Alexander. I think she threw 10 pitches to her already.
It's also a good job by Bullard, though, putting pressure on the pitcher. As that will be fouled off, and that will be yet another at-bat coming for Bullard. But like I was saying, it's a really good job by Bullard because she is making the pitcher out to work.
Yes, that's a great job. I mean, great job of making Alexander work. But this should be interesting right here. See what's going to happen on this pitch by Alexander. And here's the pitch.
As Bullard lines out to the left fielder, and that will end the inning.
And great job by Christina Lee of catching that ball, giving it their 3rd out. So now the Lady Stingers are going to come up at bat. It's been a kind of lopsided game early on for the Lady Rams. I mean, what did they have to do to get back in this ball game?
They need to just tighten up and relax because they're out there. It looks like they're out there rushing everything. They need to slow down. They need to relax. They need to get their heads together. They just need to all around. They just need to relax.
Yes, it's been much. I mean, they haven't relaxed in the top of the order. I mean, they haven't relaxed in the first 2 innings. They just got to go out there and just do their job. I mean, they done a great job in the first game. There should be no reason for you guys to let yourself down after the 7-inning closeout of last game.
So, all right. As it looks like number 7, Lauren Smith, will still be out there pitching for the Lady Rams. And the Lady Rams have made no changes defensively. As you look as the Lady Rams infield, as they get ready,
and as number 14, Hannah Gainey, shortstop, and she is a sophomore, and it is a ball for ball 1. So it makes the count 1 ball, no strikes at the top of the 3rd inning.
Smith sets up. Here's the pitch.
As Gainley hit it, and it's a fair ball. Oh, it's a foul ball.
That ball looked like it was going to stay fair, but it went foul just at the last possible second, which will make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a big break for the Lady Rams. They did not want to get that, have that to be fair.
As Smith sets up, here's the pitch. As that ball will be popped up
into foul territory, and
it'll be a foul ball, as that will make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And here's the pitch. As Gainley, she got out. So it was the first out. Great job by the Lady Rams.
Great job by the first baseman, Cam Sharp, to stop that ground ball and step on first for the first out.
And now coming up is number 23, Akira Smiling, a right fielder, and she is a freshman. See, it's a fly ball.
That ball will be hit and will be fouled off for strike 1.
Strike 1. Oh, center. Okay, thank you. And here's the pitch.
As that ball will be fouled off, as that'll make it the count 0-2, no balls and 2 strikes. As we see Smith set up, here's the pitch. As that pitch is in the dirt for ball number 2.
As it,
Ball 1. Excuse me, ball 1.
As it makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. Here's the pitch.
Pitch will be outside, as that'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And here comes the pitch. Ooh, it almost hit Smiling on this one, but now it makes the full count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, yeah, 3 balls.
As Smith, once again, she sets up. Here's the pitch. As that ball was just fouled off, as the count still remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Once again, this is going to be a great battle between Smiling
and Smith.
And here comes the pitch. As it is.
As that was a hit. That was what we thought was a hit back up to the pitcher, Lawrence Smith, but apparently it was not a hit, so that'll be another at-bat for
Smiling.
Here's the pitch from Smith.
As it'll be a ball 4, so Smiling gets to advance to first base. So now coming up is number 2, the right fielder, Caitlin Brown, as she is a sophomore.
As the Lady Rams here need to be wary of that runner on first that's going to be trying to steal.
Here's the pitch. See, it is a ball, so it is 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and 1 out.
As Smith, she sets up. Here's the pitch from her. As that finds the strike zone, that will even the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike. You see Here's the pitch from Smith. As that ball is drilled as
They missed the ball.
That was a great attempt by their center fielder, Haley Sarvis, but she just could not come up with it, and that will be a base hit. As now, the Lady Stingers have 2 runners on.
Runners on second and first and second
With one out.
So coming up to the plate is number 28, Brittany Miller, as she is a freshman infielder. And it looks like the Lady Stinger coach talking to the umpire. This wind is kicking in this ball game. This wind has been a factor in this ball game as well. Don't you say, Cameron?
Yes, the wind has played a major role in this game. The wind has just made it tough to make some plays.
I know. And runners on first and second for the Lady Stingers with 1 out. And coming up the bat is number 28, Brittany Miller, an infielder freshman.
As we see Lauren Smith, she sets up, and here's the pitch from her. As that will find the strike zone, as the count will be no balls and 1 strike.
As they got to be careful because Smiling, it looked like she wanted still to go to third base. So you got to be careful on that one.
Indeed, you need to be careful on that. As that is Blaze back
Blaze
up.
by number 28, Miller. As Smiling is heading home, as she advanced home. So now there are runners at third and second with 1 out. And
that pitch was Blaze back up, almost hitting Smith in the process, but Smith got out the way of it just in time. But now the Lady Stingers are pulling away with this as they pull ahead to 6-1.
This is great. And now number 11 coming up is Shelby Cox, second baseman, and she is a sophomore.
Here's the pitch from Smith. As that'll be
fair ball.
Be past the third baseman.
So now Brown will score, and then and Miller will score. So now it is a double. Wow. So now it is 8-1. Lady Stingers are up.
That ball was hit hard. That was a nice hit ball. It was just past the third baseman, Kaylee Patrick. As the Lady Stingers tack on 2 runs, as Asia Abdul goes out to talk to her pitcher, Lauren Smith.
And as Shelby Brown, I mean, she swung that ball right through the third baseman and caused 2 runs to come in. I mean, what is up with the Lady Rams in this second game compared to the first game?
The Lady Rams in this second game, they seem to be like they're playing like they're exhausted. They're acting like they are exhausted, which tends to happen off of a doubleheader. They're playing like they're exhausted, and the Lady Stingers are full of energy, looks like.
And it is a ball, and up to bat is number 7, Brittany Wenzel, the third baseman, and she is a freshman.
Here's the pitch from Smith. It'll be high. And it'll make the count 2 balls and 1 strike.
No strikes.
2 balls and no strikes. It's 2 balls. As Smith, she sets up. Here's the pitch. As that'll be a pop up in foul territory. As
she didn't get it, so it is a foul ball. So it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Wow.
As the count stands at 2 balls and 1 strike.
1 out, runner on second base.
As we see Lauren Smith, she sets up. Here's the pitch from her.
As they miss, and it will be another ball. So it is 3 balls and 1 strike.
Let's go look. Here's the pitch from Smith.
As it is
that will be a line drive.
in between center and right field.
As that was a line drive to center field, it was fielded by the center fielder, number 4, Haley Sarvis. And she done a nice job of getting it back in to keep the Lady Stinger from tacking on any more runs.
But what a hit by number 7, Brittany Wenzel. But now coming up is number 15, Christina Lee. She is a left fielder, a freshman.
Here's the pitch from Smith.
As,
That will be a foul ball.
and when you saw that pitch, as you seen Brittany Wenzel, she was about to take a steal and advance to second base.
The Lady Rams need to be wary of that runner on first that is trying to steal second. As Lauren Smith steps up to the mound, and here's the pitch from her. As that's outside.
As she is trying to
As Asia Abdul was thinking about trying to go to second with that, but changed her mind and just stopped, as that runner will get to second base easily.
as Brittany Wenzel advances to second base. So now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch.
That pitch will be fouled off, as that will extend the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch coming from Smith.
In the swing, and
That's
she caught
a
it.
ground ball to the third baseman.
And what an out.
As that was a ground ball to the third baseman, Kaylee Patrick, who got it to first base for out number 2.
And next coming up is number 10, Erin Bailey, a catcher, and she is a sophomore.
Here's the pitch from Smith, as that will be high for ball number 1.
Which makes the count 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. They got to get out of this inning. The Lady Rams got to get out of this inning.
Indeed, they do. They are down 8-1. They need an out bad here. As that pitch misses the strike zone as well, making it 2 balls and no strikes. From what we're seeing right here, it looks like Lauren Smith is not having a good game today. For some reason, she can't seem to find her strike zone. She's having it's a rough game for her.
And there's a fly ball. And she misses. And now 2 runners will come home. So now it will be 10-1 for the Lady Stingers.
As that ball, that was a little blooper hit out to short left field, and the left fielder, number 2, Brianna Tolley, could not make the play. And the Lady Stingers, again, just keep on doing damage, keep on tacking on runs. It is 10-1.
So now coming up is number 9, Bailey Ems, the first baseman. As it is a pop-up.
That is a pop-up
infield,
to the second baseman.
and they got out the
board.
inning.
They finally get out of the inning, but not before the Lady Stingers do massive damage, tacking on runs. What do the Lady Rams need to do now, Quentin?
I mean, they got to step it up. I mean, because that was a bad inning for them. I mean, 3 straight innings, you gave up 3 straight innings. It ends up with runs. Like, you know, the first one it ended up 3-1, and then now you added 2 points, and then you added 5 points in the third inning. I mean, but like I said, it's still a long ball game. They can come and make a big inning out of this, you know. But the Lady Stingers, they doing a great job. I mean, They came out with full of energy. The Lady Rams, they got to bounce back from this. They can bounce back from this in this inning.
They can bounce back from this, but it's going to be one heck of an effort on their part, and it needs to be an all-around team effort. They can't depend on just one person. This needs to be an overall team effort.
And they will. They'll have a team effort. As for the Lady Stingers, Victoria Alexander is back at pitching. She only gave up 1 run, and that was in the first inning. That's the only run she gave up in this ball game.
She has looked really good this game. She has looked really good this game, and the Lady Rams have not looked good at all this game.
As both of the coaches are talking to the umpire.
As we see the Lady Stingers out there, looks like there's no changes on defense for them.
I mean, there shouldn't be no changes. They should keep on playing their great ball game. I mean, they doing good, so they doing really good. The Lady Rams, they gotta step it up. They gotta play step up game. Get some runs in. At least bring in some momentum. The momentum right now is on the Lady Stinger side right now.
Exactly. The momentum has shifted from the Lady Rams to the Lady Stingers. This game, since this game started, it's been nothing but Lady Stingers all the way. As the infield spreads out, gets into positions and gets ready. It looks like one of the coaches for the Lady Stingers is still having a conversation with the umpire.
But this is the inning for the Lady Rams to get back on their feet, at least get some momentum on their side in this inning.
As it looks like as the umpire went over to the Lady Rams side or something. We don't really have any details on what the umpire is currently doing at this point in time.
I have no idea.
But it looks like batting next will be the first baseman, number 22, Cam Sharp.
And continue pitching is Victoria Alexander for the Lady Stingers. And here's the pitch. And went outside for a ball, so it is ball 1.
That was a good eye by Cam Sharp, not to swing at that. As that pitch finds the strike zone for strike 1, as the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And we are in the bottom of the 3rd.
As that did not look like a strike from here, but the umpire says different, which makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's Alexander, she is having herself a game today as a pitch.
As that pitch was obviously high, so that would be ball number 2, which evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
She was trying to bait her to at least swing at that.
As Cam Sharp makes contact with it, but will foul it off as the count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is about to be I have a feeling this is about to be another good battle between Alexander. Here's the pitch from Alexander.
As Cam Sharp reached for that, and to foul it off when the count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I have a feeling if she hadn't have swung at that probably would have been ball 3.
Yeah, probably so. Here's the pitch right here.
As Sharp once again fouls off yet another pitch, and we have a battle brewing here as the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And here comes the pitch from Alexander. As it went on the ground, so now it is full count 3-2.
The count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. As Sharp gets a hit.
And she got out. What a play by number 14, Hannah Gainley, throwing the ball to the first baseman, Bailey Eames, on that play.
What a nice attempt, though, by number 22, Cam Sharp, as now batting is number 18, Mackenzie Benton.
Here's the pitch. As it is a
Mackenzie Benton fouls
ball.
that one off. That will go down as strike 1. Here's the pitch. That ball will be in the dirt, as that will be ball 1, as the count is even out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. As Benton takes a swing at that one and fouls it off of her leg, as that will be ruled a dead ball.
As it hit her shin on that play, she was kind of limping at the end of it, but it seems like she's okay.
But now
she is limping towards the sideline, and it's a timeout.
As it looks like Benton is a little shaken up off of that.
I understand.
She seems to be favoring her left ankle. She seems to be favoring her left ankle.
Yeah, I know it hurts, because that's some plays right there. Whenever you get hit in the ball, or whenever you swing at it and the ball hits you, that's a pain feeling.
But it looks like Benton is okay, and she'll walk it off, and she'll come back up to bat.
And here's the pitch from Alexander.
As Benton fouls that one off, and the count stays the same, 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning,
where the Lady Stingers are up 10-1 over the Lady Rams.
Here's the pitch. As Benton pops that one up to the shortstop.
And she misses. So there's an error. So there'll be an infield single. So number 14, Gainley, wasn't able to get the ball in. So now runner is on first base with 1 out.
And now batting for your Lady Rams will look like it will be the 3rd baseman, number 6, Kaylee Patrick.
And it look like they can get momentum right here as
Kaylee Patrick swings at the first pitch and pops it up out in the outfield.
As the left fielder, Christina Lee, with the catch, as it will make it 2 outs.
As now it looks like batting next will be the left fielder. Left fielder number 2, Brianna Tolley.
It is a foul ball. So it'll make the count 0-1. With 2 outs, runners on first base in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They need something right here.
They need some offense bad. They need some offense.
Here's the pitch from Alexander, and it went below, so now it makes the count even at 1-1.
The count stands at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's the pitch from Alexander. As it went inside, so that will be strike 2. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes with the runner on first base.
That did not look like a strike from here, but the umpire said it was 1. That ball was way outside. That will even the count back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yes.
2 outs with a runner on first.
But back to that last pitch, Cameron. That was inside. It just got inside.
As that pitch right there will even up the count.
No, it makes it a full count.
Makes it a full count. Excuse me. Makes it a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs with a runner on first.
And here's the pitch from Alexander.
as Tolly just fouls that one off to stay alive, and the count will remain the same at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And this one is going to be a battle. It's going to be who wants it more.
As the Lady Rams have just seemed to lost that drive. They just seem to have lost all that drive.
And there goes the swing. And she caught it.
What a play by the left fielder.
What a play by the left fielder, Christina Lee, on the play. Wow, a diving catch, which will end the inning, and we will go to the top of the 4th with the Lady Stingers up 10-1.
That was a nice hit, though, by the left fielder, number 2, Brianna Tolley. That was a nice hit by her, though.
That was a great hit, but, man, you can't stop an amazing play on that one. That was just an amazing play. Lee did a great job of just coming out there and just diving effort, great catch, great way to squeeze it in. But the Lady Rams, they got to get on the board here. Their defense got to get a stop.
Yeah.
It's 10-1. They gave up a lot of runs in the first 3 innings. The 4th inning, they got to come up here and play.
The Lady Rams need a stop here, as it looks like, yes, there has been a pitching change for the Lady Rams, as it looks like it'll be number 19, Ashley Daniel, will now be pitching for the Lady Rams.
Wow, and they brought in a pitching change. That's,
Number 19, Ashley Daniel.
And she was from Triton High School.
Triton High School, and she is a freshman.
Yes, and it probably was a change of pitching. I mean, everybody have bad games.
Well, Lauren Smith, she just had bad game today, but like you said, Quentin, everybody has them like off days. Yes. Everybody has them off days. But as the Lady Rams infield comes in, they do their little patented handshake all the way around, and then they spread it back around and get their defense set up, as it looks like Ashley Daniel is ready to go.
And it looks like now shortstop number 14, Hannah Gangley, is back on the field.
That pitch will be outside for ball number 1.
As Gangley looking to attempt a bunt, but it almost hit Gangley, but it misses. So now it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's the pitch.
As that pitch will be ball number 2, as the count stands at 2 balls and 1 strike.
Here's the pitch. As it is swing a foul ball, so it makes it even at 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes. As Ashley Daniel sets up, here's the pitch.
As number 14, Gangley fouls it again. So it's still a count 2-2. Here's the pitch.
Daniel.
She struck him out. She struck Gangley out.
Strike out for Ashley Daniel.
Wow, now that's the way to make a little statement right there. after you down by now, but now
But
that's a great way to start.
let's say on that, from here, that did not look like a strike from here. That looked like it was a little bit outside for a ball. But the umpire said it was a strike.
But next is up is number 23 center fielder Akira Smiling back on the field. Here comes the pitch. As it is another ball, so it will make the count 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
As Daniel sets up, here's the pitch.
As it is
The ball
grounded.
hit back to Daniel, and she'll throw to Cam Sharp, the first baseman, to get the second out.
Great job for them bouncing back. This is the way you got to start an inning. So now coming up is number 2, Caitlin Brown, a right fielder.
As we see Daniel set up, here's the pitch.
Here's
And
the bunt.
Back to Daniel. She'll throw to Sharp, and that will get the third out.
Great job by the Lady Rams. They got 1, 2, and 3, and now we are going into the bottom of the 4th inning, which still the Lady Stingers are up 10-1.
What do the Lady Rams need to do offensively, Quentin?
Offensively, you got to find a way to get into the groove of things. You got to get into the groove of the game. You got to, like I said, you still got to be patient, but at the same time, sometimes go after the ball. I mean, you don't have to swing at everything. I'm not trying to say that, but there's going to be some pitches that what Alexander been doing. I mean, she been throwing excellent pitches, but you got to get in there and beat her. Find a way to find the gaps in the center between center field and left field.
You have to watch the pitches carefully and make her throw strikes.
Yeah.
Make her throw strikes. That's one of the big keys that the Lady Rams need to pick up on, is that they are swinging at stuff that's outside. They need to relax and watch pitches, and they need to make her throw strikes.
Yes, make her throw strikes. Because if you look at it, if she throwing it continue to the outside, she is literally making sure, okay, if you swinging at everything, I'm going to just throw the pitches outside to make sure what you're doing.
But if the Lady Rams change that and start swinging at stuff outside, then they will force her to throw stuff down, throw strike zone. As it looks like it'll be the new pitcher coming up to bat, number 19, Ashley Daniel.
As Alexander, she is getting prepared to pitch. As it hit the ground, so that's a ball. So great way to keep an eye on that for the Lady Rams. Here's the pitch. As it chips, so it'll be a foul ball. So that will be 1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike.
And we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we got a good little crowd out here at Southeastern, home and away teams.
As the umpire gave the pitcher a new game ball.
And here's the pitch from Alexander.
As Ashley Daniel makes good contact on it, but it's popped up in the outfield.
And great catch by the center fielder, Akira Smiling, grabbed the ball for their first out.
As it looks like batting next will be number 7, Lauren Smith. We don't really know what position she is playing at right now, but that will be in there for strike 1.
So there is a strike, so it will make the count 0-1. Designated hitter.
So Lauren Smith is right now is the designated hitter. As Lauren Smith fouled that pitch off to make it no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out.
And they got to find something here in this.
They need
inning.
that spark.
Here's the pitch.
As Lauren Smith went for a check swing and did not go around, as that will go down in the record books as a ball 1.
Whew, that's a relief right there. Here's the pitch right here. As it's a ground ball to third base. And she misses. So number 28, Brittany Miller misses the ball. Brittany Wizzle on third base threw it to first.
As it looks like batting next will be the catcher, number 3, Asia Abdul.
Here's the pitch. As that will be a strike.
From here, that did not look like a strike, but the umpire is being very kind today with his strike zone.
Here's the pitch from Alexander. As it is a ground ball.
Asia Abdul made good contact, but fouled it off, as that'll make the count
0-2.
No balls and 2 strikes, as Asia Abdul quickly finds herself down in the count.
And runners on first with 1 out. And here's the pitch from Alexander. As it is a
Abdul fouls off
ball.
yet another pitch.
And she continued going for the left field, trying to get a good line drive.
She's trying to get something past the third baseman down the third base line.
And here comes the pitch from Alexander. As it is there's a miss by the catcher.
That will be a pass ball that will allow Lauren Smith to advance to second base.
Wow, Aaron Bailey couldn't even get the grab on the ball, so now runners is at second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch from Alexander. As another miss by Bailey.
As that will
She scooped it.
That will even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out with a runner on second base.
Here's the pitch from Alexander. As ball hit the ground. So now
another ball in the dirt. As we see the picture for the lady singers are starting to struggle. What's going on here, Quentin?
I don't know what's going on with Alexander, but she got a full count here. As they made a walk, so great job. This is Alexander's second walk of the ball game.
Great job by Asia Abdul. Check swinging and drawing the walk. As it looks like it'll be the center fielder, number 4, Haley Sarvis.
Here's the pitch from Alexander, and it'll be a foul ball.
Haley Sarvis fought that one off and fouled it off, as the count will be no balls and 1 strike with 2 on and 1 out.
And Alexander, she's in a little trouble here, as she got to get the lady stingers out of it. As it'll be another strike, so it'll be 0-2.
And Sarvis quickly finds herself in a hole as she is down. No balls and 2 strikes.
As it hit the ground, so now it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Great job by number 4 not swinging the ball for the Lady Rams.
As Haley Sarvis fouled that one off.
As she chipped the ball, so it's a foul ball.
That'll keep the count steady at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch.
As Sarvis makes good contact with that one, but fouls it off, and the count remains even at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
With 1 out and runners on first and second base. And here's the pitch from Alexander. Ooh!
Whoa!
It almost
Haley
hit her.
Sarvis had to duck out the way of that one, as that will make the count even.
Even at
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch, and there it is. A
Sarvis
foul
made good
ball.
contact yet again, but fouled off as the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is a good matchup between Alexander. Here's the pitch from Alexander. As there's another ball, and she lost it. The catcher, Erin Bailey, lost it. So now
as that was a
advance.
pass ball, as both the runners will advance. As now the Lady Rams have runners on third and second with 1 out, and Cyrus is still at the bat, and the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
All they need, and this is an opportunity they can make for the Lady Rams. Here's the pitch from Alexander. She
Cyrus
swung,
puts a ball in play.
and she got home, but she is safe.
As
So
the Lady Rams tack on another run to make it 10-2. As it looks like batting next will be the second baseman, Nakota Bullard.
what a play. Great job by the Lady Rams of bringing them home. The second baseman,
It looks like the pitching coach for the Lady Stingers, the pitching coach for the coach for the Lady Stingers has come out to talk to his pitcher, try to see if he can try to calm down his pitcher.
Yeah, Alexander, she got to get out of this jam. I mean, because if anything, the Lady Rams can come back in this ball game. I'm telling you. It looked like they got a little enthusiasm, but it looks like everybody getting ready to come up.
As once again, we're back ready to play, and once again, batting will be the second baseman, number 15, Nakota Bullard.
They need a hit right here for the Lady Rams. But here's the pitch from Alexander. And she going for second, and they
As that
couldn't
ball,
get it.
that was in there for a strike, but Haley Cyrus was able to steal second base, and with that, she has eliminated the threat of a double play.
And great effort for Bailey trying to go to second base, but it couldn't happen on time. There's a time on the field. As the umpires
So, Nicole Bullard, a switch hitter, batting from the looks like right side.
And here's the pitch from Alexander.
As
Here's
Bullard takes a bunt for
a
that.
sacrifice, but they'll be out for the second out.
As it looks like batting next will be the first baseman, Cam Sharp.
As Cam Sharp, she got to hit something right here. Get the Rams right back on the board. Continue getting runs. But here's the pitch from Alexander.
As that pitch will be in there for strike 1.
So 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And
As
there's
Cam
a
Sharp
swing.
puts the ball-
And they got a single and another runner coming home for the Lady Rams. As it will be
As-
for the team.
As Cam Sharp got an RBI single that will make it 10-4 Lady Rams, and the Lady Rams seem to have some life left in them. As
Okay.
it looks like batting next will be the shortstop, number 18, Mackenzie Benton.
That's a great job for the Lady Rams of just getting on the board, getting 2 on. Now they got a chance. They got opportunity.
That ball is high for ball 1, as the Lady Rams have a 1 runner on first with 2 outs. That will be ball 2, as the count stands at 2-0.
And it looks like Alexander is out of it a little bit now than what she had done in the first 3 innings. As it's another
Another
ball,
ball.
so it is 3.
3-0. Quentin, what is going on with Alexandria?
I don't know what's going on with Alexander. I mean, she had confidence the first 3 innings, but now she got a strike. So now I think she gonna get back in the groove of things. I mean, you know, it happens. It's a long game. Here's the pitch from Alexander, and it's another foul
Benton
ball.
fouls it off to increase to make the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out with a runner on first.
If they can get this opportunity, if they can get a run in, that would be awesome for them. But here's the pitch from Alexander. Is this a ball? So
Mackenzie Benton draws a walk.
So now Alexander, this is her 3rd walk. She forced 3 walks in this game.
As it looks like batting next will be the 3rd baseman, number 6, Kaylee Patrick.
Here's the pitch from Alexander. As that is a strike. Wow, that is a strike ball. So now it makes the count 0-1 with 2 outs, 2 on. And it is a swing.
Kaylee Patrick makes contact with that.
And she caught it. What a catch by the left fielder, Christina Lee. Great diving catch. So now we are going to the top of the 5th with the Lady Rams putting 3 on the scoreboard to make it 10-4 with Lady Stingers up.
I have to say, that left fielder for the Lady Stinger has been impressive. 2 diving catches in the game.
I mean,
that's impressive.
I mean, what a catch by Lee. Lee, I mean, she caught 2 big catches in this ball game. So this is why, you know, that team has been doing well today, the Lady Stingers, because, you know, Alexander has a great supporting cast in the backfield with their left fielder Christina Lee and Smiling out there doing a great job.
All right. So just to give you a quick update on the defense for the Rams, it looks like it'll be number 3, Aja Abdul is still behind the plate, with number 19, Ashley Daniels, still pitching. And the outfield stays the same with Brianna Tolley, number 2. In left field, number 4, Haley Sarvis in center. And looks like number 11, Rochelle Vias, will be in right field. Number 22, Cam Sharp, will still be at first. As number 15, Nicole Bullard, will still be at second base. As number 18, Mackenzie Benton, will still be at shortstop. And number 6, Kaylee Patrick, is at third base.
And coming up is the first baseman of the Lady Stingers, number 28, Brittany Miller. And she is heading up for bat. As this is the top of the 5th inning, the Lady Rams are only down by 6 runs. So here's the pitch. As it drug down, so it'll be 1-0. So it'll be 1 ball, no strikes at the top of the 5th inning.
As Daniel threw that ball way outside, as that'll make the count 2 balls and no strikes.
Oh, that was a little too outside. I mean, if it was 0-2 count, here's the pitch. As it's another ball, so it'll make it 3 balls, no strikes, 3-0 count.
It seems like Ashley Daniel might be losing the strike zone here.
But here's the pitch.
As she threw 4 straight balls, as that'll give the Lady Stingers their runner.
Well, next up the bat for the Lady Stingers is number 11, Shelby Cox. And she is a second baseman. And here's the pitch. As she wanted to advance to the second, but she just decided to stay at first. Number 28, Miller. So it'll make the ball count 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first base. Here's the pitch. As it is a ground ball, and she misses. Wow. As Shelby Cox get an infield single. So
It
now
was a ground ball hit to the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton, who could not seem to come up with it.
and there it is. The mistakes is happening. I mean, they got to find a way to not make no mistakes. But next up, coming up is number 7, Brittany Wenzel, third baseman. And here's the pitch. As it is a lost ball, and runners advance to second and third.
That was a
Wow.
pass ball by Ashley Daniel, and the catcher, Asia Abdul, could not come up with it, which allows both the runners to advance, which now the Lady Stingers have runners on third and second with no outs.
That was a wild pitch. Here's the pitch again. As it's another ball, so it is 2-0, 2 balls and no strikes, no outs. Runners is at second and third.
It seems like Ashley Daniel starting to struggle here a little bit.
And there's another ball. As great job by Abdul, just to not let it go too far to make that runner come home.
It seems like the Lady Rams have lost all their spark. It seems they're just beat to the socks now. They're just exhausted.
Well, they finally got a strike on the board, so now it's 3 balls, 1 strike.
That was a nice job by Ashley Daniels finding the strike zone to make the count 3 balls and 1 strike.
But here comes the pitch. It is a foul ball, so now it's a full count.
As the count becomes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with runners on second and third with no outs for the Lady Stingers.
What she needs is a strikeout. If she can get that, they're rolling. Here's his pitch. But it's a foul ball, so it is still a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
As it's still, the count stands at full.
Yeah.
And the Lady Stingers have runners on second and third with no outs.
And we are at the top of the 5th inning. And here's the pitch. And it's a ball, so the bases are loaded.
As Ashley Daniel, with that walk, the bases are loaded for the Lady Stingers.
As number 15, Christina Lee, the left fielder, she had an amazing game on defense today.
And she has.
And here's the pitch. As it is a ground ball.
Ball hit the Benton.
Right to home plate. She is out.
That was a smart play by the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton, going home to the catcher, Asia Abdul, to get the force out at the plate to keep the Lady Stingers from tacking on another run. Smart decision by Benton.
Great job by the Lady Rams. They did not force like the throw to second, the first. Throw on the home plate. Don't give up another score. And here's the pitch. As number 10, Aaron Bailey, the catcher, got a strike. So it'll make the count 0-1. With 1 out, bases are still loaded. Here's the pitch. As Aaron Bailey swung at it, so now it makes it 0-2.
As we see Ashley Daniel set up, here's the pitch.
Here's a swing. Right to home again, so another out.
A smart decision by Kaylee Patrick to go home to get the force out to yet again keep the Lady Stingers from tacking on another run.
And now next up is number 9, Bailey Ems, the first baseman. Here's the pitch.
That pitch was high by Daniel for ball number 1 with the bases loaded.
Here's the pitch. As it is a pop-up.
Pop
A
up
fly
as
ball.
Sarvis calls off the right fielder to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. That was a pretty good inning for Daniel. Pretty good inning for Daniel.
She got out that jam. Great job with her supporting cast in the infielder. Great job both times throwing it at the home plate, 2 times to prevent a score. So great job for the Lady Rams on their part.
Nice job as it looks like the Lady Stingers will have the same defense.
Yes, and now we are entering the bottom of the 5th inning, so you know these ladies they got plenty to go. So now they cooking with something. If they can get some runs like they did the last inning, they'll be pretty good. And still Alexander is still on the field, so you know.
As it looks like, as the Lady Stingers have taken the field, and it looks like batting next will be the left fielder, number 2, Brianna Tolley.
As we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Lady Rams are still down 10-4, but it's a great time to make a comeback. They did a great job on the last inning.
Yeah, they did, but the Lady Rams need a spark here. They need a spark. They need something because they are just exhausted. They're just exhausted. The Lady Stingers have beaten. So I think there's a defensive change for the Stingers. I think the catcher is in the 10 now.
Oh yeah.
As it looks like we are almost ready. As it looks like over there, it looks like the Lady Stingers are getting up number 12 to start throwing.
Wow. As she is in the bullpen getting ready. Number 12 is Marissa Talendal, and she is a pitcher. She is a sophomore, so I think they're trying to get
as
her
we
ready
are ready. As batting next will be the left fielder, number 2, Brianna Tolley.
And here's the pitch from Alexander. As that will be a strike, so it will be 0-1.
Here's the pitch. As Tolley makes good contact with that one. And Tolley.
And they missed. So
Tolley will get a double. What a good hit by the left fielder, Brianna Tolley. As it looks like batting next for the Lady Rams will be the pitcher, number 19, Ashley Daniel.
And Smiling was unable to get the catch. I think it was miscommunication between the center fielder and the left fielder, Christina Lee. They had miscommunication on that play. So runners at second base with no outs for the Lady Rams. And here's the pitch from Alexander. As that will be a strike, so it will be 0-1 count. So here's the pitch. And that will be a strike. Wow.
The umpire is very kind with his strike zone today. Very kind.
Wow. It looked like it was outside, almost hit it, but it's 0-2 count. As this is swing.
Daniel makes good contact with that.
And she's out.
They might want to review that play.
Wow.
Might want to review that because they looked like she was safe. But looks like there will be no review as it'll be DH batting, number 7, Lauren Smith.
Wow, what a play by the Lady Stingers. As that is a foul ball.
That pitch will be fouled back for strike 1.
And now here comes the pitch from Alexander. As there's another foul ball.
Will foul that off. As that will be strike number 2. The count is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 out with a runner on second.
And here comes the pitch from Alexander. It's been chipped, so it'll be a foul ball. Still the
As
count
Smith
0-2.
fouls off yet another pitch to keep the count at 0-2.
Runners on second, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Alexander. As it hit the ground, so now it makes the count 1-2 strikes.
That was a good eye by Lauren Smith not to chase that ball in the dirt.
And now here comes the pitch. And she's swinging a miss.
As Lauren Smith strikes out swinging.
And Alexander, great job getting that strikeout.
As now batting for the Lady Rams will be the catcher, number 3, Asia Abdul.
Here's the pitch from Alexander.
Abdul fouls that one off, and that will be strike number 1.
And now the Lady Rams got 2 outs. They got to find something here with runners at second base. So here's the pitch from Alexander. As that will be a ball, so it evens the count at 1-1.
Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike and 2 outs and a runner on second for your Lady Rams.
Here's the pitch. As a swing, and right there to Abdul, and that will be a 3rd out. So now they will advance to the top of the 6th inning where the score remains 10-4 Lady Stingers.
What do the Lady Rams need to do defensively, Quentin?
I mean, they done a great job lately in this inning, but lately the past 2 innings, they did a great job of keeping the score sustained. So they need to keep this game plan. They just don't need to have the bases loaded, take a risk like they did the last inning. If they do like they did in the 3rd inning, they would be a great team and continue. But it's basically their offense. Their offense got to contribute. Their defense is stepping up big, but their offense really got to contribute.
Yes, their offense is lacking right now. Their offense is really lacking, as it looks like the Lady Rams have no changes in the outfield.
As we are coming into
it looks like there is no changes in the outfield.
As we are entering the top of the 6th inning, where the Lady Stingers are going to come up at bat.
And yes, there's no changes defensively, as Ashley Daniel is still out there on the mound for the Lady Rams.
Well, she did a great job. She haven't gave up no runs so far, so it's a great job of just keeping her out there.
Yeah, she's been doing pretty well this game.
But the Lady Rams defense, they're still doing a great job. They got to continue doing a great job. I mean, they bringing in a little enthusiasm on defense. But now coming up is number 14, the shortstop, Hannah Gangley.
We look as Daniel sets up. Here's the pitch.
As that will be a ball for ball 1. Here's the pitch.
As that will be ball number 2, as the count is quickly 2 balls and no strikes.
And here comes the pitch.
As finally Ashley Daniel finds the strike zone to make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Great job right there, getting in the strike zone. Do not put you in a hole of 3-0. And here's the swing, right to first base, and it's a foul ball.
What a play, though, by Cam Sharp over there at first base to make a good play. But like you said, it was a foul ball.
It went a little bit past the white line, so that's why it was right. And here's the swing, right in ground ball, and a great out.
That'll be the first out. What a nice play by the second baseman, Nakota Bullard, to stop that ball and throw it to the first baseman, Cam Sharp. for out number 1.
And now coming up is number 23, Akira Smiling, the center fielder for the Lady Stingers. Here's the pitch. As it almost hit her, but she moved away for a ball 1.
Here's the pitch from Daniel.
Here's the ground ball. And she
What
dived.
What
Is she out?
What a play.
What a play.
A play by the second baseman, Nicola Bullard. What a stop and a flip up to the first baseman, Cam Sharp, for the out number 2.
That is a great play. Great play by the Lady Rams on that.
That was a good play by the second baseman, Bullard. Good play.
Now, next up, coming up, is number 2, Caitlin Brown, a right fielder, and a
That'll
pop-up.
be pop up.
And that is the way they end
Kaylee
the
Patrick,
inning.
the third baseman, makes the play for the third out.
3 up, 3 down, and we about to enter the bottom of the 6th inning as the score is still 10-4. The Lady Stingers are up. What should the Lady Rams do in this inning right here?
The Lady Rams in this inning right here, they need that spark. They need that spark. They're missing that spark. Without that spark, it's killing them. They don't have that spark. They need to make good plays. They need to put balls in plays. They need to make good contact. They just need to have patience and relax and just let the game come to them.
And they need a big performance out here. They need to have a great inning. I mean, you don't want to go to the bottom of the 7th without no run, and then you have to score at least 6 straight runs, which it can happen. But I'm just saying, if you need to score, you need to score right now. Take the momentum to the bottom of the 7th inning where you guys can either, bring momentum out. As for the Lady Stingers, they still got their pitcher, Victoria Alexander, out there pitching.
As it looks like the Lady Stingers set up, and it looks like coming up to bat next will be the center fielder, number 4, Haley Sarvis.
As this right here, this inning is right. It's a statement inning for the Lady Rams right here. They need to score right here in this inning.
Now batting for Lady Rams, center fielder, number 4, Haley Sarvis.
And here's the pitch from Alexander. And
Sarvis makes good contact on that. Back to the fence. And it was over the head as Haley Sarvis goes for 3. As Haley Sarvis gets past.
And she gets home.
As Haley Sarvis. Inside the park home run by Haley Sarvis.
As it is going to be 10-5. Lady Rams are still down.
As the Lady Rams are looking alive here.
That is a great.
Inside the park home run by Haley Sarvis.
Wow, that brought my adrenaline up. That is a great
that
play.
Got us pumped up. As now batting next will be the second baseman, number 15, Nicola Bullard.
Now the momentum is starting to shift right here. Here's the pitch.
There's a hit down the third baseline.
And it's a foul ball. But they got to keep this momentum up. The intensity is up right now in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch from Alexander.
Whoa, Bullard had to lay out on the way for that one.
I would too. I mean, I would get out the way from the ball. It almost hit her. But great job of dodging it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a swing.
That was hit. That will be a single for the second baseman, number 15, Nicola Bullard.
As they are cooking with gas now.
The Lady Rams looking alive. Let's see if the first baseman, number 22, Cam Sharp, can keep it up.
I think she can. I really think that she can keep it up in this game.
Here comes the coach.
As they are changing pitcher. What a day for Victoria Alexander. And now coming up is number 12, Marissa Tidal. She is now going to be the pitcher.
I think there's a new catcher as well. I don't know because
hold on.
he left. There's defensive changes. Changes as number 10 has moved from out of play.
Okay, there's a defensive changes as number 10, Erin Bailey, as she has moved to, and now number 9, catcher Bailey Ems is back at catcher in this game. As the late rounds, they is bringing in a spark, and the momentum is shifted. But now we have a little timeout as the pitcher and the catcher throwing the ball.
The Lady Rams are looking alive here, but remember, in the first game, number 12 pitched the first game, and she was good in the first game. So, and plus now she's fresh. So
I think they can figure out a little bit, and
now batting for the Lady Rams will be number 22, the first baseman, Cam Sharp.
And Erin Bailey, she has moved to third base for the Lady Stingers. Here's the pitch, as that will be a ball. Here's the pitch for Tyndall. It is a swing and a miss, so it'll be a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, a runner on first with no outs. Here's the pitch for Tyndall as a swoop.
As Sharp makes good contact on that, but fouls it off. As the count is
1-2.
1 ball and 2 strikes with no outs with a runner on first for your Lady Rams.
And it's the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Foul ball.
As Sharp fouls that off to keep the count even at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And here's the pitch. Fly ball, pop up, and it's a foul ball. So once again, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, a runner on first base with no outs.
As Cam Sharp is battling here. Cam Sharp
And
pops that one up.
That will be an out. So it'll be 1 out for the Lady Rams. So it'll be...
Looks like batting next for the Lady Rams will be the shortstop, number 18, Mackenzie Benton.
Here's the pitch. And a foul ball.
As Benton fouls that one off to make the count, no balls and 1 strike.
And here's the pitch from Tyndall. As this is a ball, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The runner is on first with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch.
Oh, that ball was kind of high, as now the count will be 2 balls and 1 strike to Mackenzie Benton.
And Tyndall with the pitch. Another ball, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Man, it looked like she ain't had the same charisma like she had in the first game.
That is correct. She's lost some spark. As Benton fouls that one off to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner on first for your Lady Rams.
Oh, man. If they need a spark right here, they need it right now. And they still got the spark. Here's the pitch for Tyndall.
As Benton pops that one up, and that will be a foul ball as the count will stay full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This is a good battle right here between Tyndall
and Mackenzie Benton.
It's a great battle. $10.
As Mackenzie Benton, oh, as a third baseman, number 10 could not make the catch. A diving effort though, but could not make the catch.
Great diving effort from Aaron Bailey from the Lady Stingers, trying a great attempt, but it is still a full count, 3-2, 1 out. And $10 getting ready to pitch. As it is a ball, so now runners is at first and second with 1 out.
So the Lady Rams have runners at first and second base. With batting next will be the third baseman, number 6, Kaylee Patrick.
Wow, this is a momentum shifter. If they hit a homer, as it is a ball, so now it is 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. And that is a strike. It just got in the middle. It got in the inside. Clearly.
Like I said earlier, the umpire's being kind today with his strike zone.
Here's the pitch. It is a ground ball. Yes,
and she is safe. As now the Lady Rams
loaded.
The Lady Rams have loaded the bases. Loaded the bases with now. It looks like batting next will be the left fielder, number 2, Brianna Tolley.
$10 is in some trouble right here. So, I mean, they need a big play from the Lady Rams.
They need a base hit. As Tolley hits that one. As the Lady Stingers make a good decision going home, getting the force out to keep the Lady Rams from scoring.
And great job from number 14, Hannah Gailey, the shortstop, throwing it to the home plate. Number 9, Bailey Ems, the catcher.
As it looks like batting next will be the pitcher, number 19, Ashley Daniel.
And here's the pitch. And that is a ball.
As the Lady Rams have the bases loaded with Ashley Daniel at bat.
Here's the pitch from $10. And it is
Ashley
a
Daniel pops that one up.
And what a way to get out the inning by number 10. By number 10, Aaron Bailey. And as the score, as we enter in the top of the 7th inning, the Lady Stingers are up 10-5. This is a big. Their defense got to step up on this one for the Lady Rams. They got to step up on. So how you think they got to stop them?
The Lady Rams just need to do the same thing we've been saying. They just need to relax, let the game come to them. Don't try to rush anything. Don't try to make as many errors. If they just do all that, relax, their defense will do the rest. Their
defense has did amazing the past 3 innings. They did a great job of not putting nothing on the board. I mean, the first 3 innings was like what was going on, but now they're doing a great job. And if they can get a stop here, their offense got to make a big play. They got to score 5 runs or more if they want to win this game.
As it looks like the Lady Rams have not made a defensive change, as Ashley Daniel is still out there on the mound, and she's doing a terrific job.
Yeah, she has done a terrific job. Ever since she came in the game, no runs haven't even scored. But, that's a great job. And she got to continue doing that. She got to continue. And coming up the bat is number 28, Brittany Miller, the first baseman.
As the Lady Rams do their patented little Ram handshake out there in the infield, as the infield and the outfield spread out and get ready, and it looks like Ashley Daniel is also ready herself.
Here comes the pitch.
That pitch was way outside, and that got past the catcher, Asia Abdul, for ball number 1.
Here comes the pitch.
That pitch will be outside again for ball number 2 as the count quickly escalates to 2 balls and no strikes.
Here comes the pitch. Another ball. So
Ashley Daniel has thrown 3 straight balls.
I think she have to switch up the pitch count, you know. But I think that she'll get a strike right here. I
hope she'll get a strike here.
Another
she did
ball.
not, as Ashley Daniel with a 4-pitch walk to begin the top of the 7th inning.
So now Brittany Miller advanced to first base, but now it's a timeout for
as
the
it
Lady
looks
Rams.
like Carlin Stevens will be making a pitching change as she just motioned over to it'll be number 20, Mackenzie Williams.
Yes, I think it's time for a pitch change. She did one great job in this.
But give credit where credit is due, as Ashley Daniel had one heck of a game. Oh, Cam Sharp pitching? Okay. Well, excuse me on that. There is a pitching change, but it is number 22, Cam Sharp, will be pitching, as it looks like number 20, Mackenzie Williams, has moved to first base.
Yes, and they did have a move to first base. And it's number 6, Malin Wilson, who moved to first base.
There was changes, so we'll give you an update on the Lady Rams, as it looks like Asia Abdul is still behind the plate. Mackenzie Williams is at first base. Dakota Bullard is at second, with Mackenzie Benton at shortstop. Kaylee Patrick will be at third. The new pitcher is Cam Sharp. And in the outfield, right field is Rochelle Bias. Center field is Haley Sarvis. And left field is Brianna Tolley.
And here comes the pitch. And as up for the bat for the Lady Stingers is number 11, Shelby Cox, the second baseman.
As it looks like Cam Sharp is ready, and here's the pitch. That will be high for ball 2, as the count goes up to 2 balls and no strikes, with no outs, with a runner on first.
They need to get a strike here. And here comes the pitch. Great job.
Sharp finds the strike zone to make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
That is a great job for Cameron Sharp to make that. Here's the swing. And it is a single. What a play by Shelby Cox.
That will get past the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton, for a single. So now the Lady Stingers have runners on first and second,
with no outs. And coming up the bat is number 7, the third baseman, Brittany Wenzel. And it is a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes, and we're in the top of the 7th. 2 on, no outs. Here's the pitch.
As Cam Sharp gets it in there for a strike, even the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here comes the pitch. And there is another ball. So it is 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 on, no outs. And here's the pitch. Here's the hit. And she did what?
As that was a great play by Nicola Bullard, but just didn't have a chance to go anywhere with it. So now the bases are loaded with no outs, with number.
Hold on. And that is a
15.
strike. And now coming up is number 15, Christina Lee. The left fielder. And here's the pitch. And there's another strike.
What a nice pitch by Cam Sharp.
Yes, it is. Here comes the pitch. And it is going in foul territory, so it'll be a foul ball. Still 0-2. In the top of the 7th with 0 outs, the bases are loaded. Here's a swing. And she misses. So that brings a Lady Stinger 2 on home. So now it is 12-5. Lady Stingers are up in this.
As that ball got past the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton.
It went through her glove, so it's going to count as an error on that play.
It does not count as an error on that play. It's just that she just missed the ball. That's what it counts as.
Oh.
She just missed it.
And here's a swing. And coming up the bat is number 10, Erin Bailey. And she is a third baseman. In which she is a sophomore. Here's the pitch. A chip, and now the count is 0-2.
As Cam Sharp gets ready, here's the pitch.
The swing, and it is a single, and now more runs are coming in. And as number 7, Brittany Wenzel came in to score, and as she got a RBI, so now the score is 13-5. Wow,
Good
the Lady
job.
Stingers are killing it today.
Good job by the left fielder, Brianna Tolley, to get that ball back in quickly, though.
She did a great job on that one, but the Lady Rams, they seem out of it the second game. And here's a pop-up from number 9,
Pop-up
Bailey
as
M.
Haley Sarvis makes the catch. Had to call off the shortstop, Mackenzie Benton.
Great job. And next up the bat for the Lady Stingers is number 14, Hannah Gainey. And we got runners on first and second with 1 out. And here comes the pitch. The swing, and she misses. And it looks like another runner will head home. And it does.
So Nicola Bullard just barely missed that. As yet the Lady Stingers keep tacking on runs. As now the score is 14-5. Lady Stingers have pulled away with this.
What a hit by Hannah Gainey to swing by the second baseman. And it's a pop-up from
Pop-up in foul territory, and it'll be out of play. A foul ball.
Wow, the Lady Stingers, they are putting on a show in this second game compared to the first one. What did they do to adjust?
They came out playing hard the second game. And when they came out playing hard the second game, the momentum kept going.
What about, here's the pitch. And it is a ball. And the runner advances to second base. Wow, what a steal by number 14, Hannah Gainey for the Lady Stingers. So runner is on second. And there's a strike. So it is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What a nice pitch by Cam Sharp for a strike.
Whoa. And it is a walk.
Now it looks like the Lady Stingers have the bases loaded now with 1 out.
Man, and it is a 14-5. They got to get out of this inning. The Lady Rams got to get out of this inning. They need something. They need a spark. They need to stop right here. And next coming up is number 2, Caitlin Brown, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. Whoa.
Cam Sharp almost hit the batter there. But luckily she was able to get out of the way. And that will be ball number 1.
Gotta be careful on that one because that would have caused another run. In the swing, but it's a foul ball. And it'll make it even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we are in the top of the 7th. 1 out with the bases are loaded.
As we look, Cam Sharp is ready. Here's the pitch.
It's a chip by Caitlin Brown, but it is now a foul ball, which leads to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, and the bases are loaded at the top of the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch. And here's a pop-up.
It's a pop-up out in left field. Brianna Tolley will make the catch for the 2nd out. And she done a great job catching it. And then when she was instantly ready to throw it to keep the 3rd baseman from tagging up and scoring.
And that's a great job for the Red Rounds. But next up, coming up, we got number 6, Malin Wilson, a DH, a designated hitter. And here's the pitch. And she bunted it. And she saved, so now it's a 15-5 lead. And the bases are still loaded with 2 outs.
That was a good effort, though, by the 3rd baseman, Kaylee Patrick. That was a good effort by her. Just a little bit slow on the exchange from her to the catcher, Asia Abdul.
So now
what a good all-around effort, though.
Now the lead is standing at the 10. And here's the pitch. And number 11.
What a catch
Shelby
by
Cox.
Kaylee Patrick, the 3rd baseman.
Great job.
As now we enter the bottom of the 7th, this is the Rams' final chance here to score. If the Lady Rams do not score here, do not turn this game around, they will take their 2nd loss of the season and the 2nd conference loss. What do the Lady Rams need to do here offensively, Quentin?
They got to be aggressive. They got to really play ball. I mean, it's do or die time. I'm not saying like a do or die literally, but it's do or die. It's like you got to bring it this 7th inning. You got to hit. You got to go. We got to win. You know, it's a big game for them. And then if you lose at home twice, then now you got to go another doubleheader against these guys at home. So they got to get this win.
Like you said, you are right. It is do or die time now for the Lady Rams. But you're right. They don't need to fret. If they lose the 2nd game here, they play them again in another doubleheader at Florence. So then they'll have a chance to get their revenge over there.
So, like, if they lose this game, they don't need to take it as, like, take it to the head about this loss. You still got plenty of conference games to go. And now the Lady Stingers are out getting ready. And there's a change in center field, which it will be number 6, Malin Wilson will be in center field. And going to right field is number 23, Akira Smiling will be at center field. And still number 12, Marissa Tado will be the pitcher. And there's a change at first baseman, which will be number 2. Caitlin Brown will be at second base. Still at second base is first.
Number 11 is at second base.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I mean, sorry. Caitlin Brown is first base. But still at second is Shelby Brown.
It looks like the Stingers did a little handshake and ready to go. As batting next will be the DH, number 7, Lauren Smith.
They gotta make this a really big inning for these guys. They got to.
Now batting for Lady Rams, DH, number 7, Lauren Smith.
And here's the pitch. And she swings
And a miss by Smith for strike 1.
Wow. That was a high pitch from Marissa Tydal, but great way to bait her to swing it. And another swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Again, strike 2 as Lauren Smith quickly finds herself in a hole, in a jam here. Down 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch again. But great eye right there to make it 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Great eye by Lauren Smith not to chase that.
And here's the pitch from Tydal.
That will now even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here comes Tyndall with the pitch. And a swing, but a foul ball.
That will be, as Lauren Smith fouls that ball off, to keep the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And here comes the pitch right here. And a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So this is now a great battle between these two. Here comes the pitch. And a ball, so it forced her to walk, so the runner is on first base.
So Lauren Smith draws that walk, and she will be on first base. As now batting next will be the catcher, number 3, Asia Abdul.
Here comes the pitch from Tyndall. And it is a ball, so it makes it 1 ball, no strikes. And we are in the bottom of the 7th inning with runner on first base. Here's the pitch.
As it looked like Lauren Smith was going to try to steal there, but she held up as the catcher for the Stingers was ready.
Great job. It makes it even count 1-1. And the swing.
Ooh.
She almost had a double play, but great job. And it was.
Now batting for the Lady Rams, center fielder, number 4, Haley Sarvis.
Here's the pitch. The swing. Right to second. But they cannot get the first, but it is still a 2-out game. So 1 more out, the Lady Stingers could win their 2nd conference game.
Now the Lady Rams are down to their final out here. And it looks like batting up will be number 15, Nicole Board, and she'll pop it up. And that'll do it.
Ball game. Great
as
catch.
The Lady Stingers knock off the Lady Rams not once but twice today.
And it is, and the final score is the Lady Stingers 15, the Lady Rams 5.
This was an overall great game, but now it's time as we say goodbye. I am your host, Cameron Green.
And I am Quentin McCray.
And we thank you for joining us for the SCC softball game against the Lady Rams against the Lady Stingers. Good night.